Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, our mission is to really shortcut your research on one specific piece of gear. It's the AIDA Imaging PTZ4K-NDI-X12B camera. We're going to dive into why it's being called, the perfect entry point for 4K video workflows.
Yeah, let's just jump right into the core specs because that's where the story starts.
Okay.
We're talking about a pan, tilt, zoom camera, a PTZ, that delivers true 4K resolution. That's 2160p.
And that's from a 4K SONY sensor, right?
A Sony CMOS sensor, yes. And the key thing here is it can capture all that data at up to 60 frames per second. You also get a 12x optical zoom, and you can get it in, black or white.
That 4K 60p is, that's already impressive. But for me, the really interesting part is the connectivity. It says it can do simultaneous 4K 60p output.
It can.
So why do I need HDMI and all these other network outputs? Isn't that a bit of overkill for someone just starting out?
See, I wouldn't call it overkill. I'd call it versatility. It's about future-proofing. You can run your normal HDMI feed to a monitor right there in the room, while at the same time you're streaming over the network.
And that's where the NDI part comes in.
Exactly. NDI-HX is huge for modern video. It lets you send broadcast quality video and control signals over just a standard network cable. You can just ditch all that expensive heavy video cabling.
So NDI is for the really pro low latency stuff. But I also saw SRT, RTMP, and RTSP in the notes.
Correct. And those are just the standard ways you'd push video directly to a platform. Think YouTube, Twitch, things like that. The camera handles all of that at the same time as the HDMI or USB 3.0 feed. It gives you so much flexibility.
Okay, so let's shift to image quality. Beyond just the 4K number, the sources highlight something I think is really powerful, the benefit of downscaling.
Yes, oversampling.
Right. It says if you capture in 4K but output in 1080p, you get a noticeable boost in image quality.
And you really do. You're basically taking data from 4 times the pixels to create a much cleaner, much sharper 1080p image. To help with that, they also put in a motion-compensated temporal noise reduction filter.
Which is a fancy way of saying, what?
It keeps your video from looking blurry or grainy, especially when there's motion or the light isn't perfect.
And speaking of modern, we have to talk about the AI. It has an AI facial algorithm for auto-tracking built right in.
Automation is a lifesaver for small crews, definitely. It means the camera can keep a speaker centered without needing someone to physically operate it. Now, shifting to the actual mechanics of it all.
The movement.
Yeah, the 12x optical zoom is effective up to about 80 feet. So you can easily frame a presenter in a medium-sized auditorium from, say, a control room in the back.
And the physical movement matches that. I saw a huge 340 degrees of pan and a tilt from plus 90 all the way down to minus 30 degrees.
Absolutely. And that efficiency even extends to the power and the cabling.
The PoE.
The power over Ethernet, or PoE plus A, it is a lifesaver. One single Ethernet cable handles power, control, and the entire video signal. It just streamlines everything.
Okay, let's get to the financial nugget, the price. Right now, it's listed at $1,940, but there's some really important context around that number.
There is, and this is key. That price already includes a new 15% tariff from AIDA that kicked in on October 9, 2025.
So that tells you the base price is lower, but also that market costs are going up across the board.
Exactly. And it's also worth noting the camera is TAA compliant. That means it's approved for government or educational purchases, which is a big deal for a lot of buyers.
So you're paying a price that reflects the current economy, but a vendor like HDTV Supply is bundling it with things like free shipping, free returns, free lifetime tech support.
And they ship with the latest firmware.
Right, which helps soften the blow of that tariff.
So when you connect all the dots, what you have is this TAA-compliant, cost-effective camera that blends true UHD quality with AI and all the essential streaming protocols. It's really ideal for a studio that's on a budget but wants to aim high.
So what's the big takeaway for you listening right now? We've seen that shooting in 4K makes your 1080p look better, and the AI adds real convenience. But here's a thought to leave you with. That 15% tariff might just be a sign of things to come. Component and manufacturing costs could keep climbing. So investing now in a camera that already has these features baked in, even with the tariff, might be the smartest hedge against even higher prices and more supply chain issues down the road. This camera isn't just a purchase, it's really an investment in stability.